Hey guys, what's going on? Talon here with another video. Today we're going to be reviewing the Osprey Stratos 34. I picked this pack up as an overnight extended day trip hunting and bushcraft backpack, and I have been using this pack quite a bit. With that use, I've discovered some flaws as well as some very strong points about this backpack, and we'll get into that right now when we go through some of the features on this pack. So the first part of the pack that we're going to look at is the mesh back support system and the airspeed system. This basically allows air to flow between the pack and your back and effectively removes the pack from sitting right up against your back. And what this does is this helps for back sweat, and it's actually very comfortable, so you don't feel as kind of hot and stuffy when you're wearing this pack. The shoulder straps are sewn right into the mesh panel, which I don't know how I feel about that yet, but Osprey stands behind their durability and their guarantee, so we'll see how that pans out, as well as these big hip belts being sewn right into that mesh back panel as well. So a lot of things people love about Osprey packs are their trekking pole, stow on the go, how they have called it, system, where this pairs up with this part on the body of the pack, and you would stick your trekking poles through there and they would come up where they would be immediately accessible to you, where you can tighten this down if you wanted to secure your trekking poles, if you had to have your hands free for a moment and still have access to them, or just loosen them right up again and grab them quickly from there. These hip belts feature two large pockets that I can pretty much fit my whole hand in there. You can throw a number of things in there. I use it for phone, camera, snacks, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to tell you guys what to put in the pockets of your backpack. You'll figure that out. They're quite comfortable with this nice foam here, and the foam is also cut out in the middle, which reduces the weight of the pack by minute amounts, but mostly just for breathability. The straps here, very easy to adjust and tighten. Osprey's got the strap game down pretty good. Now let's move on to the shoulder strap. All right, so there's not too much going on with the shoulder straps here. It's the same sort of idea as the hip belt. It's got a lot of foam there. They're thick, they're comfortable. They've got two of these elastic straps here, which I'm guessing they use for their Osprey camera attachments and other little things they sell where you can have a case for your camera. I don't know, I don't use them for that. You can pretty much just use them as gear ties. Right now I have a shoelace there, an extra shoelace, and a bit of paracord that I have wrapped around there just for emergencies. And over on the top we have our load lifter straps, which if your pack is heavy and you're going up a hill or something and you want the weight to go more up on your back, you just bring those in tight, and that will secure the pack really snug to your back and make it a lot more comfortable. Now let's move over to the front of the pack. Okay, so now we're on to the front of the pack. These buckles here can be used as compression straps if you don't want to have anything in there, just making the pack a lot more compact and tight. Or if you're taking it on an overnight trip or a bushcraft trip, whatever you want to do out in the woods, this can fit your sleeping mat, your sleeping blanket, a tent, whatever you want to use for that, it would work. And if it doesn't quite fit, if it's bigger, then you could just hook up a carabiner to the bottom here. Also, it's got a rain cover in there, which is kind of a nice feature. If it's a downpour, then you always want to throw that on your pack if you got things that you want to keep dry. Here we got an ice axe attachment, which I happen to use for just my regular axe at the moment since I'm not really climbing many ice mountains. And this is just great if you wanted to attach your axe. Put it through here, and that carries my axe perfectly for me. So this part down here I believe is for the head of your ice axe, and this is just to make it tighter where it sits, but for right now I just use this top part for my axe, and down here I actually just use it as a place to hang something. So just above the rain cover and under the heart of the pack we have the sleeping bag compartment, where right now I just happen to have a wool shirt in there. This is where you can keep your sleeping bag. It's one of the more waterproof areas of the pack, so this is also good for, you could even put your wet rain jacket in there, items you want to keep dry, or your sleeping bag. Moving on. So on the top part of the pack, we have our two main quick access compartments. Right up top here, we got a big mesh pocket. It's very roomy. Right now I got some sunglasses, a bandana, filleting knife, flashlight, fork. I don't remember putting that in there. And just keys. It's got a little key loop in there. It's quite roomy. I mean, and just in front of that, we have a slightly smaller quick access pocket. I got some paracord, piece of leather, ferrocerium rod, a lighter, 2 cherry tomatoes. Always got to have those handy, and a bear claw. Okay, so, but yeah, it's not that big. Good little pack for your quick access necessities. Now let's check out the main heart of the pack. So, actually, before we get into the main of the pack, it's got 2 compression straps here up top. Now these are just here basically to bring the pack in, cinch it all up tight, so that when you're actually walking around, all your contents stay secure and your pack's not flopping around. The more compact this tight is and closer to your back, the more stable it will be. I'm sure you know that, but that's what compression straps are for. They also act as this sort of lock into the pack. On the sides as well, got a big water bottle pouch. Here's one gripe I have with this pack actually. If you have a water bottle in here, this compression strap is basically rendered useless. So right now with nothing in there, as you can see, this does bring the pack closer, but if I have something in there, it's only going to tighten down around that, and it's not going to compress the bag that effectively. You can remedy that by going on the inside, which you can actually do if you check out right here. You can take the strap and bring it either out over the mesh pocket, or you can loop it under. Both ways have their flaws. Now, if you were to leave it like this and really tighten down the pack, putting in a water bottle, this strap gets in the way. I actually prefer having it on the outside, having my water bottle secure, and kind of losing out on that one compression point. Okay, so let's venture into the main part of the pack now. Okay, so going into the main brain of this pack, the nice thing about it is it opens up really wide and gives you kind of a full view of all the gear you have in there. As you can see, I have nothing because this is demonstration purposes. First, so right here we got our area where you would keep your hydration bladder, your Camelback, whatever you choose to use. And in case you don't know what that is, it's a soft, malleable water bottle basically. It's made of plastic and it just sits in there and it has a straw attached to it that comes out right here. My finger is the straw and that comes out and you can just sip from it while this water is actually still inside your pack. Okay, so down here as well inside the pack, this is the separation to the sleeping bag compartment. It has little basically toggles here that can attach, and this is not removable. This is always in the pack, but if you unattach these toggles, then you create much more room in your pack, but you pretty much lose your sleeping bag compartment. Here's the frame of the pack. It doesn't really get in the way of anything. Yeah, it's just a large, big opening, which is great. And before we wrap this video up, guys, another nice thing is you can also store things in behind the frame here. I've seen people stuff rain ponchos in there, whatever you want to use, something that you don't need to have fully protected inside your pack can sit right inside there. Another really cool feature about this backpack is on the sternum strap, you've got quite a loud whistle that you can use in emergency situations. This is what my Stratos 34 looks like, all loaded up and ready to go. I'd love to see what your guys' packs look like. Put some links in the comments below and I want to check them out. Thanks a lot for checking out the pack review, guys. Let me know what you think. If I overlooked anything in the pack, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. If you did like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Please like. I want to hear all the feedback I can. I really enjoy it. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys in another video.